Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM of this adventure, and now the players will say hello themselves.
Hey, I'm Miranda, and I play Aella, the daughter of Hermes.
Good morning, it's Dylan. I play Blouts.
Hello, my name is Darren, and I play Celtra, the Drow Artificer.
Hello. My name is Brittany, and I play Lorel, the half-elf paladin.
Hello, my name is Becca, and I play Mavari, the tiefling sorcerer.
Hello and greetings, my name is James, and I will be playing the Great Sage Tirani.
So I have been dipping my toe, with the help of a few people, into anime, and while I openly reject 98% of it, I'm starting to accept some of it. And I actually finished the Star Wars Rebels, but some people said that doesn't count as anime. So
That is a 3D cartoon.
I think it counts as anime, but apparently
Have you
anime
watched
has
Clone
to be
Wars,
Japanese. I started to, and then that was
You
about as far as
should have watched Clone Wars first, anyways. It's better.
I just wanted to watch
Very
Ahsoka.
good. Although I'm very curious.
Ahsoka's basically the main character. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to do a quiz called Which Anime Character Are You? And it's across all animes. So there are quite a few questions. It is a little bit detailed. But I thought that would be really fun. So you could be somebody awesome, or you could be somebody from One Piece.
You're gonna need to
That
edit
would be
out.
overpowered.
You're gonna need to edit that
You
out.
might want to edit that out. Those
No.
are shots fired. Those are
Okay,
shots
people
fired.
can dislike anime.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can.
Miranda,
Hi,
let's start with you.
I am here.
What's your biggest fear? Is it lameness, vulnerability, drowning, defeat, failure, or dishonor?
Ooh, so many good ones. Failure.
Failure. That is fair enough. Let's see here. Mr. Dylan. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Pizza, meat, beans, breadcrumbs, ramen, or rice dumplings?
Pizza has more food groups and you can get different toppings on it, so I will put pizza exclusively out of
That did
usefulness.
not come to mind, but that's actually a smart idea. I didn't even think of it that way. Sir, you have done well. Mr. Darren, what's your favorite color? Crimson, green, white, red, yellow, or orange? Ugh.
Okay,
What's your
they
second
have
favorite?
red on there twice, but red.
Okay. Red it is. Why not? It has 2 votes. It could be interesting. Miss Brittany, you have spare time. What do you feel like doing? Pranking someone, eating, rock climbing, being alone, blowing stuff up, or working out.
Ooh, being alone.
Fair enough. Becca, what would your dream job be? Pizza delivery driver, high school teacher, martial arts trainer, fisherman, special operative, or cosplayer?
Ooh. Martial arts trainer. Get to fight for free.
That's pretty on brand. Way to go. Mr. James. Oh, this ought to be fun. How would your friends describe you? Eccentric?
Lunatic.
None on here. Although eccentric might need to hang on to that one for a second.
Yeah.
So there's eccentric, modest, clueless, dependable, introverted, or immature.
All of the above?
That's a little
Eccentric.
sad. Okay. Ooh, whoops. All right, Miranda. If someone insults you, your reaction is silence, confusion, laughter, retaliation, anger, or a witty comeback.
Confusion. Usually. Confusion. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Dylan, would you want to be a cyborg?
Yes.
Yeah, B is of course, and then there's a few other ones like no, it's impractical, that's pointless, maybe, or only if I have explosive weapons.
Oh, only if I have explosive weapons is the truest answer there.
Oh, well, all right, fair enough. We'll go with that. As long as you work for Skynet, you will have some. Darren, are you... What the fuck was the question? Darren, are you more of a leader or a follower? I do my own thing. Both is necessary. Follower, I want to be a leader someday. I want to be in charge. I follow one person only.
I would say both is necessary.
That's very, very accurate and true. What the fuck? Who is this? Oh, this is Brittany. Brittany, are
So-
emotions a huge obstacle for you?
Yes.
They're another challenge. Sometimes I have a few emotions. No way. No. Other people's emotions are the problem. Ooh. If this was Becca's.
Frickin'. They are a challenge.
Fair enough. Becca. Ooh. What's the key to success in life? Is it discipline, explosions, training, confidence, experience, or goal setting?
Explosions.
I was reading over the answers and when I saw that, I was like, yes. All right. That's awesome. James, how do you defeat your enemies? Is it empowering others to fight, resilience, ice cold resolve and skill, overwhelming strength, blasting them to smithereens, or strength in numbers?
Blasting them to smithereens.
I mean, when all else fails, kaboom.
It works.
Yeah. Miranda, if you could have only one of the following special abilities, which one would you choose? There's explosion magic, light, elasticity, cloning, immortality, or ice powers.
I 100% would want explosion powers.
Hell yeah.
But if you don't have immortality with that, would you blow yourself up?
No, depends on. We can go into a whole rant about different types of abilities with explosions, but I'm not gonna get into that today.
How many minutes are we on? Yeah, damn it, we gotta keep going. All right. Let's see here. Dylan,
Oh boy.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how stubborn are you?
10.
There's only 6 choices. Oh, okay, 10 is one of them. Okay. So we're just gonna skip over the numbers that we're pretty sure we know and go with 10. All right, Darren. What the fuck?
I don't know.
What is your favorite mythological creature? Is it a demon, dragon, angel, centaur, ghost, or kitsune? Are you happy I said that right?
Close enough.
Oh, fuck it.
Kitsune is perfectly fine. It's acceptable. Kitsune.
All right, fair enough. Oof, Brittany. Do you like ninjas? They're awesome. Duh. They're lame, I guess. Samurai are more interesting, or I don't know any.
I like them. I think they're awesome.
Okay, fair enough. I like how I don't know any is an answer. Like I don't know any. I don't know about you guys. Becca, your alarm goes off, but you're still tired. What do? Do you hit the snooze button, get up and get a move on? I don't have an alarm clock. Break the damn thing. I'd sleep through it, or I ignore it.
I hit the snooze button.
Every morning, that's what I do.
I have 6 alarms set because I will snooze all of them.
Damn. It might just be time to give up on the alarm clock thing. James, what's the best way to travel? Option 1 is I don't like going places. And then there's running, walking, sailing, flying, or dimensional portals.
Dimensional portals, hands down.
That's the best way to get through traffic. Saves on gas, too.
Yes.
Miranda, if you saw a cat stuck in a tree, what would you do? Would you climb up to it, fly up to it, reach for it, blow the tree up, lure it down with a treat, or nothing?
Okay, I want to say blow the tree up, but I would
Yes.
lure it. Would lure it down with a treat.
All right. Always start with explosions.
Wishes.
Exactly. Dylan,
Hmm.
how would you describe your friend group? Is it a solid group of longtime pals, mostly dead people, a motley crew of diverse talents, a love triangle, few and strange, or a party of dorks?
Hmm. I don't have that many friends in comparison to some people I know.
Hmm.
I'd say a lobby of dorks because everybody's a fucking dork.
Yeah, I mean, the mostly dead people option is on there. Just
I haven't killed all of them yet.
Fair enough. I believe in you. Keep going. You got this. Darren, what do you think of heroes? I'm not sure. They're definitely lame. I dream of being a hero. They're cool, but I don't want to be one. I don't think about them, or anyone can be a hero.
Oh, I am debating between I think they're cool and anyone can be one.
Flip a coin.
I'll go with I think they're cool.
All right. I will say they have a picture of a doctor as the whole anyone can be one. So I was like, yeah, you know what? You go. What the fuck? Brittany? What best describes your sense of style? Is it predictable, bold, comfortable, formal, varied, or casual?
Comfortable.
I have a question.
Yes.
No, I did put in comfortable, but so predictable, does that mean like you wear the same thing every day?
I assume I would assume that's the case because that's what I was thinking the same thing. I was like, because I guess it would probably. Well, I mean, I don't wear the same thing every day, but I do cycle through like my favorites are my favorites for a reason because they're comfortable. So that's why I was just like comfortable.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like if you go to a job where you have to wear a uniform, then predictable is always an option because it's a fucking job.
Yeah, no, we'll do comfortable.
Fair enough. Becca, if you won an award, what would it be for? Best young achiever, best friend, best adventurer, best magician, best prankster, or best fighter? You know what, Becca? I think it's best friend.
I feel like I'm a pretty decent friend. Shit. Probably not best fighter. I'm gonna say best friend. I'm gonna talk myself up a little bit.
Fuck yeah. Best friend. The fuck? Oh no, this is James. James, how confident are you in your ability to make wise decisions? I trust my...
50-50?
I don't... that's not on the list, I don't think. Okay. I trust my gut. Not sure. I do my best to make smart decisions. Wisdom isn't my strong suit. I know exactly what I'm doing, or I do what I want for the most part.
I trust my gut.
Fair enough. Usually it's right. Miranda, what is your favorite weapon? Is it like this? Option A, which, you can feel free to pick, is I'd rather not fight. And then there's fist, bow staff, sword, magic wand, or shuriken.
Sword. 100% sword.
That's fair. These are definitely all anime fucking answers. What the hell? Dylan, is Macy with you?
In fact, not.
Okay. So here's your next question. Don't worry, she will never hear this. Have you ever fallen in love?
Yes.
This is our... Okay, so do you want... you know what? Let me go through the answers because yes is not an answer, ironically. So there's no, yeah, a few times. It's complicated. Only once. Yes, I'm married and have a child. Or, sure, I guess.
I mean, I have a dog and a cat, so a few times.
Fair enough.
I do love
Sure,
my
I guess.
animals.
The hell? Darren, it's Halloween. What are you going to dress up as? A mage? Oh no. A word I'm going to come back to? A martial arts champion? A witch? A lost spirit? Or a mariner?
What was the second word?
Hold on. Hold on, is that...
Oh, Kunoichi? That's a female ninja, so no.
How long has that word been around? Is that new?
No. I want to say since 1200. It's been around for a hot minute. But let me see. What were the other options? It was a mage.
Hold on, I need to look for my emoji real quick.
Okay.
Got it. All right. A mage, a what's that word again? A kunichi?
Kunoichi.
A kunochichi?
Sure.
All right. A mage, a kunchichi, a martial arts champion, a witch, a lost spirit, or a mariner.
I'm gonna go with martial arts.
Okay.
The martial arts expert of Reptile Land.
Fair enough. That's gonna be fun. Brittany, if you were an ice cream, what the fuck? If you were an ice cream flavor, which flavor would you be?
Okay.
Hold on.
Right.
Thankfully, the hilarious choice is not on here. So anyway, there's strawberry, orange sherbet, vanilla, banana fudge, Neapolitan, or cherry. That
It's really funny. I'm allergic to ice cream, so I kind of don't really have a frame of reference. Oh, there's no cookies and cream on here. Let's just do what were the first two? I don't know why.
strawberry.
Ew.
Oh, strawberry and orange sherbet.
Ooh, orange sherbet.
Really? Yeah.
Mm. I'm just kind of more. Okay, fine. Well, what flavor do you think I would be? Because I just like orange sherbet, and that's the only ice cream quote unquote flavor I can eat. That's the only frame of reference I have.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know what any of these things taste like.
Oh, they're so delicious. I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, so orange sherbet because Brittany's allergic to ice cream.
Oh, that's rough. Okay.
Oh.
James? No, I'm sorry. Becca.
Go ahead, skip me.
You might want me to skip you on this one anyways, but alright, here we go. What do you value most in life?
Oh.
Death? Freedom? Status? Food? Friends? Or challenging yourself?
Oh. It's between freedom and friends, and I'll go with friends.
That's fair. See, that's why you're the best friend award. James?
Yes, sir.
What would you die to defend? My personal items? Nothing wrong with dying? My friends? My honor? My dreams? Or my home?
My friends, hands down. I'd like to add my wife, but hey, that's an add-on.
Your wife is your friend.
Is she?
Sometimes.
She should be.
My wife is
I
my
do
friend.
not accept your judgment.
Here, quick, let me move on. She doesn't listen to this, does she? So here's the good news. Y'all got somebody I actually know, which means they're very popular. You got Naruto.
Naruto Uzumaki.
Uzumaki. What a lame-o.
Believe it.
We collectively suck. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead.
So
We collectively love the color orange, apparently.
Wait,
Oh,
what's
no.
wrong with Naruto?
Nothing's wrong with Naruto.
Nothing's wrong with him. I
Lots.
just don't like Naruto that much. Go
Why
ahead.
not?
Sorry.
It's only one sentence. It says, "You better believe it. To become the Hokage, it takes
You said
more
that
than."
right.
I think that's because I have a friend who used to make a joke about it. I never got it. I just smiled and nodded. It takes more than eating instant ramen, which isn't that hard for you to accomplish. Thankfully, you've got the shadow clones, right? See, I don't know what that is.
I think it's really funny that description doesn't say anything about the character or yourself. It's just
Yeah.
Naruto.
You better believe it.
So
I know.
I thought Naruto was like this famous, awesome dude. Is he not awesome?
Naruto is a very popular anime. It's a lot of people don't care for it, but it isn't
Oh.
bad.
It's not bad. I just don't think the story's all that good. It kind of loses itself.
Yeah,
But-
at the very end of the show, it just kind of pivots really weird. But
Oh,
that's
when they
not
fought
the
God?
artist's. Yeah, that's not the artist's fault. That's the editor's.
Did they jump the shark, so to speak?
God, yeah.
A lot of decisions Kishimoto wanted to make were
Uh-huh.
changed from the editor's point of view. So characters he wanted to kill weren't killed, so it was really weird.
Is this Masashi?
Kishimoto, yes.
Yes.
It went from being a show about ninjas to being a show about battle mages to being a show about battle mages fighting aliens.
Wow, that really sounds like they just were like, oof, this should end.
And it still hasn't. It's crazy.
It
To be
still
fair,
has it. There's part two.
Naruto has returned to more of the not so outlandish fights. A lot of it is very much closer to the taijutsu part of Naruto.
Huh.
Still got aliens though.
To be
Mhm.
fair, that just sounds like Dragon Ball's problem too.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
So I looked up Naruto
Mhm.
because I was like, well, what's his rating? The show's got an 8.4 out of 10 rating, so apparently 125,000 people like it, which is fine. He's voiced by a female.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
So is a lot of anime characters. Luffy is
Yeah.
too.
It's pretty cool.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that is cool. I didn't know that.
Isn't Goku?
Goku in Japan is voiced by a girl, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Goku and Gohan in Japan are voiced by the same person.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Do y'all want to give some fun anime trivia before we go? Does anybody have any?
You asked the question and all of the knowledge I have just disappeared.
Goblin Slayer is a very good anime for
Oh.
all ages.
Oh no.
Rescind that. That is not
The
true.
first 5 minutes is more than enough to blow that comment clean the fuck out of the water.
I think Death Note's a good starter anime for
If
non-anime.
you have
likers.
trauma issues,
I think for non-anime likers, Death Note is a good start.
You want to know what's really funny? That was my first anime, Death Note.
Whoa.
That's actually really funny. Because I didn't really know what it was. I wanted to get into anime, and I'm like, oh, everyone really loves this Death Note thing.
Full Metal was mine. Brotherhood, not the first one.
Wow, I'm old as shit.
Grit,
Pokemon the
log
Indigo
on.
League.
I'm not counting like Sailor Moon or anything because that was my childhood. But like when I first full on got into anime, it was Full
Oh.
Metal Alchemist.
Because I'm like, I am. Because I was 5 when I watched Sailor Moon, and it was full in. From that moment forward.
For a good
Dylan,
starting, I'd go with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's damn solid to start with anybody.
Yes,
that's actually on my list of enemies to watch.
It's a good
Yes, Todd.
really good.
Goblin Slayer, they were right. That is not meant for kids.
one. No.
What's wrong with you?
In the least.
It's
Not
totally
even
not one
close.
of my me and Macy's favorite anime.
I googled it, and then the pictures that came up, I was like, whoa.
Macy loves it.
Bad anime.
So anyway, we're gonna go play a game. See you later.
My name is Darren, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
So, here's some things that happened previously on the Dungeon Speak podcast. The party went off the beaten path while trying to do a political mission for Phoebe to get Sparta on the side of the Titans by going over there and offering the aid of the Titans in trade for saving Sparta or what is left of them. They went off the beaten path because Celtra was kidnapped by someone who thought they were saving him because it was a drow amongst other creatures. But they ended up sending him to a plane that was between planes, that was kind of a prison for people who were teleporting or traveling to or from the plane that the Titans are from. But this plane that he went to, this kind of prison plane, was in disarray because the Titan who maintained it and took care of it had been away for quite some time. Many centuries. So, the party made their way through Delphi to Athens to get Celtra back, and they did so. But when they got there, they ended up fighting the friends, or the people that Celtra met while in this other plane. They fought demons. They fought undead demons. Some heroes of the plane that were brought back to life and made into fiends. And then afterwards, the party left out the front gate, where Celtra found out the cart was no longer operational due to unfortunate events. Tyr had looked at it using the knowledge that Celtra had told him about and his intellect to decide that the cart was out of juice. And then Celtra, taking the rod out of the cart, or the bear, realized that the rod was no longer functional. So nobody here having the ability or power to reinfuse the rod with the magic that it once had, Celtra's only choice is to find a way to do that, or use technology to make some sort of rudimentary battery. But for now, the cart was taken away, tied to, I believe it was Lorel and LFD. Is that right?
Yes. Oh wait, no,
All right.
Lorel got summoned a horse.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry, Midnight. The zombie midnight conversation. So y'all got a few hours away from Athens to get away from the flying demons that still owned the skies above, basically. Because it is a very large city, so there were still demons running around the ground and flying overhead. Where a lot of cities you've been to, they kind of just blow through it. This one is so big that they were still there. So that was kind of a problem. But you guys are away from Athens, making your way back west. You're only a few hours out, so if you wanted to go somewhere besides Delphi or the coast itself, you most certainly could. That is up to you. Y'all stopped for the night to go into the party house, where Celtra and Lorel spent some time on the beach. Mavari spent some time in a not a hot tub, what's that, hot springs, with a bottle of wine, as one does. Tyr silently walked around in the background as he was busy. Blouts, I forget what Blouts was doing. What was Blouts doing?
Slamming back some fresh OJ.
Well, there you go. And Aella was writing down names before taking her nap. But that is where we are going to pick up. So it is the next morning. You guys wake up in the party house. Everybody gets their long rest, all their spells back, hit points, hit dice, blah blah. It's a new day.
Alright. Come downstairs. Rub my eyes.
You see the little dogs walking around.
Good morning.
They stop, give you like a little massage, because you're a muscular gal. You have a lot of muscle on you, so they'll give you like a little massage, help you loosen you up for the day, get you ready to go out there and save lives.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you. We can save that for later, though. I have to go check on everyone and make sure that everyone's in one piece after last night. So I'm going to go make my rounds, make sure not dinner. Forgive me. Breakfast is being made, and just
Dinner,
sort of
breakfast, it's all the same.
see where see where everybody is, and if everybody's doing all right. Where is everyone?
Aella, I know, was in the library.
Mhm.
Blouts, are you in your room?
What time of morning is it?
You're not outside the party house in what I would call the real world. So it is technically whatever time of morning Lorel would wake up, since she is the one who actually is in control. So when Lorel wakes up, what time is it?
She's an early riser, so about like 6 o'clock.
Well, there you go.
Well, because Blouts is also an early riser, so he would already start being up and probably running around the courtyard.
So the way it kind of works with the person who wields the rod, it is actually probably looking like 6 a.m. until she wakes up, and then time actually starts.
Pretty crazy.
Magic.
That's pretty crazy.
Magic funny hee-hoo!
Magic be crazy. So yeah, no. Watch you running, doing laps in the courtyard.
You just kind of walk by the window and you see him just...
Getting nails clacking against the floor as well.
Alright. Blouts is fine. Gonna go check on let's go down the list. Gonna go check on Celtra.
Is Celtra in his room?
Celtra would actually be out still on the beach, working on LFD. Celtra doesn't need as much sleep as you guys.
That's fair.
Stare out the window. Celtra's accounted for. Working on LFD. Good. Resme.
Make a perception check.
Okay, alright. I was not gonna lie. Worried. Just
You
a
should
little
never worry.
Oh, nonsense. I should always worry. Worrying is my job. 5. Great start to the day.
A 5!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aella, let me talk to you for a second.
Uh-oh.
So, Razmi probably would have fell asleep before you, just because she doesn't have to actually sleep, she can just trance, but she's sitting there kind of idly, and she was on the floor with her back leaning against the wall. And would you have stayed up late kind of working on this?
Absolutely. I would have stayed up as long as I possibly could have.
Okay. So you would have heard like kind of like a butterfly flapping noise type thing with her fingers. And while she is quote unquote sleeping, you can turn around and you'll see her eyelids are like fluttering a little bit and her fingers are tapping. And her mouth isn't open, but you can see her chest rising and lowering rapidly as she is breathing very, very rapidly.
I would try to go and grab her hand and just hold it and just try to sit next to her and be a presence with her.
Okay. She would squeeze your hand just absent-mindedly, but continue with the way she is acting.
Eventually, over time, if she doesn't get any better, so to speak, I would actually like try to hold her.
It would pass over the course of probably about 10 to 15 minutes. But like if you held her, that would probably help it pass quicker.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you see Aella falling asleep like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lorel, I'm gonna say that with a 5, you don't see Aella or Resmi.
It's okay. I will only worry if they don't show up for breakfast. I'll only worry if they don't at least make an appearance for breakfast. Gonna go check on Mavari.
Mavari's in her room.
Alrighty. It's pretty early. I don't know. When does Mavari rise generally? I don't want to like be rude and wake you up.
She's she doesn't sleep that long. She probably wakes up earlier than y'all think, but she just doesn't come out of her room until it's like time to go.
Okay. You're make an appearance for breakfast, and I won't worry. And then check on Tyr.
You can hear movement inside. He sleeps very little. And when he answers the door, his hair is all over the fucking place. His paper is all over the room. And he's speaking to himself.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you okay?
I'm working out some spell-related issues trying to make something work. I'm almost there. Is it breakfast time?
Yes, it's breakfast time.
Cool, I'll clean up and be down shortly.
Okay, all right. As long as I sort of like look behind you a little bit, like as long as nothing exploded in there.
I'd have a chalkboard, but that's not the right world.
Yeah. Okay. See you at breakfast then.
Okay. Shit, I better clean up.
Shrug my shoulders and I walk down and just do some stretches. And then just wait for everybody to show up to breakfast. I am thinking about one other person who isn't here, and that's Boren. Now that Celtra's back, now my mind is just sort of thinking about my charge that just walked out of the door with a stranger. Like an idiot!
Actually, does Celtra know about that?
No, he doesn't. I wasn't focused on catching him up with that just yet, so we'll have that discussion.
So that means he also doesn't know that he made his way into the party house and choked Mavari in her sleep.
No. We had some pressing things. A lot of things that we had to take care of, and not to mention, I think Celtra would have cared.
This guy doesn't know that people can come in here and choke people in their sleeps.
Well,
put it on the list.
Yeah. That's on the list. So yeah, no, we'll talk about it. We'll get to that. So just waiting. Drinking the leftover OJ.
I'm going to assume that Blouts, after his run, goes into the kitchen.
I know he has to do his after-workout scrub down before coming to the kitchen fully equipped with everything on.
Celtra just gonna go into the kitchen.
So probably scrub down, re-equipping. That might take 40 minutes.
It's probably about 20 to 30 minutes actually. Yeah. I've had to equip armor. It doesn't take that long.
Well, I thought you said you were gonna take a bath.
Well, I meant the equipping part, but that part, yeah.
Just be sure you dry out, because you don't want to get like athlete's itch, somewhere deep, if you know what I mean. Baby powder them balls. It helps. It's a recommendation for everybody, just putting that out there. Celtra! So you make your way into the kitchen after a while? With LFD?
Yeah.
Make sure I clean the sand out of them, but yeah. I don't know if that comes with us, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off.
Celtra. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I slept about as well as I always do.
So not much.
Yes.
No, it was just I guess now that things have kind of calmed down, I guess when everybody gets here, we should probably catch you up on some things that you've missed.
Okay.
We kind of had a bit of a security breach.
When?
It was...
Was I awake for that?
No, you were gone for that. That's why I can't remember exactly when that was. I just remember Mavari's brother snuck in. Again, this is why I kind of need everybody here. I sometimes I tend to miss details. It was a big fat kerfuffle, just a mess. And Boren's gone.
How long before Mavari strolls in?
She would. The coincidence is that she would be strolling in as they're talking about, her, because that's always what happens.
Good morning, Mavari.
My ears were ringing. Heard someone talking about me.
The security breach that we had here with your brother.
Oh. Shouldn't happen anymore because he's died, so.
Well, yes, but I feel like it's important to catch Celtra up on things that happen. Her brother showed up. Boren just walked out of the house with a stranger. So he's missing. If you remember him, do you remember Boren?
Hold on.
He was the child.
Oh, yes, him.
With the family that we were escorting. I don't think you were present for it. His family didn't make it.
I was not aware, actually.
Yeah. When the cart got attacked, it kind of almost went up in flames.
So when the cart got what? I guess it doesn't matter now.
No, the cart is fine. But it's it just kind of all was just a big fat awful thing, and I took Boren on as a squire, and lo and behold, now I don't have the boy for a whole week, and he walks out. Just
Good
leaves
morning.
with a potential. Oh, good morning, Tyr.
We should probably also add the fact that Bourne wanted to kill me.
He was
Oh, catch up.
he was in a lot of emotional distress.
Mm.
I sincerely don't think that the boy would have killed you for real.
I don't think he could have, but
I think he would have tried, though, personally. Could
He
you
had plenty of
hand me the
opportunities to try.
sausage?
I pass you sausage. I had plenty of opportunities to try, and he never made good on that promise. I mean, that's not to say that, like, there's never no river so long that it doesn't contain a bend. But
Opportunities
just-
to try what?
oh, good morning, Blouse. No,
Morning.
we're talking about Boren.
Oh, the Mavai stabber.
He didn't stab her. He just
He wanted
threatened.
to.
He was going through a lot. He lost his family, his mother, everything that he knew was just gone in an instant. He was going through a lot, and I was hoping that he'd stick around long enough to,
Not join the demons?
yeah, that. So we have to try to find Boren and try to get him back.
I'm pretty sure he's going to find us.
And try to stab Mavai.
What makes you so sure?
Lots. Because he's gotten that whole demon vengeance thing now.
We don't know that. We don't even
We
know if
know
it was
he's
a
with
demon.
one.
It could have easily just been a devil. Yes, I am learning. There is a
Oh,
difference.
I
I'm so
actually don't
sorry.
think we know that. We know he's gone. I don't think we know.
She looked
where
very
he's-
demonish.
No,
We didn't see him leave with
the
the, demon.
poodle. The poodle.
That's true.
My sweet little French poodle companion, he told me that he left with a green, a winged woman with horns and green wings, and I believe like a tail. So it could either be a demon or a devil. If I am correct, Mavara, you can correct me because I am still learning. Devils, I believe, make deals. Yes.
The demons and devils are different, but similar at the same time. They're both demonic creatures.
Well, yes, but like the modus operandi is what I'm.
Oh, I don't know. Demons work differently in every world, I'm assuming.
I guess that's fair. If I am correct,
They both detect as fiends.
Yes, they do, but I do know that there is a difference. And if it was a devil, then it probably promised him something that it either wasn't going to make good on, or would, not make good on in the way that he wants. Look, nothing good can come of it, and I want to find him.
Agreed.
I mean, if you're thinking of it that way, I would just like to point out that to make things a little bit worse is that his goals and her goals would probably be aligned. Because if that's the case, that means he has nefarious goals and she is nefarious. So that would
By
be
nature.
Yeah, so that would be a little worse because that means that they would be working together closely and towards the same goal.
He is going through a lot. He is 14, 12. How old is this kid again?
I think it was 16.
16. Like, he's going through a lot, okay? I just want to find him before he makes an irreversible mistake. Is that so wrong for me to want?
No, that's reasonable.
Oh no, not at all. We're just saying that he does want to stab Mavai.
I just don't think it aligns with the goals we have set now.
It's not. I mean, like, but... Look, all I'm saying is, Tyr, I completely understand the sentiment of we have no idea where he is. We can't track what we don't even have a lead on. But if I find a lead on Bourne, I'm going to go chase it.
That's amazingly appropriate in word and structure.
Well, thank you.
That is better than the other promises you have been making recently.
Well,
Ooh.
I really think you should stop making promises.
okay, look, about the whole promise thing, can we please just not harp on me for that? I'm kind of trying...
Oh, sorry, I was trying to compliment you for how you worded that.
Well, thank you. And then I look at Mavari, kind of giving her a half glare. Like, look, It's called a lesson learned, all right. And I have learned my lesson, trying to learn my lesson. Speaking of promises, where on earth is Aella and Razmi?
Probably sleeping.
Guess it is early. I was just very concerned about both of them. They weren't doing very well yesterday. What, no one else has any concern?
No, it was more I've been kind of out of it the last few days. I'm really trying to tap down dimensional structures, and I've been kind of out of it. Sorry, I didn't notice.
No,
Yeah, you've been kind of transparent for the past couple hours.
really
It's almost like you are here.
I know. I really get into my research. I apologize. It's a flaw.
Oh, on that note, James, or I'm sorry, Tyr, you notice that Celtra looks like his eyebrows are singed, like he's been touched by your magical fireball recently.
Off topic, slight question. Celtra, you been working on that battery again?
Was it didn't go so good.
I see that.
for that. That's
So we're going with the horse option?
For now.
for now.
But,
Just checking.
I don't know her name very well. Raspberry?
Razmi.
She's the color of raspberries.
Sure.
What?
Okay,
Didn't she say she was going to the library?
Yeah.
Did we check there?
I assumed I would have checked there. I did not find it. Because when you search for somebody, you tend to look, where they're more likely to
So
be.
it's never the first place you check, or the place they said they'd be. Like your keys.
Aella.
What are keys? Anyway, well, I mean, like keys to what? Like a house?
Locker, strongbox.
I don't particularly remember forgetting my keys to my I used to have an estate.
No, I
Anyway,
get it. I lose them all the time.
keep them on my belt. We're getting off topic. Let's find Razmi and Aella. Check on them. Make sure everything's fine. And then I guess we'll head towards Delphi, because I think Razmi's done with this
Yeah,
journey,
she
and I
doesn't
don't feel good about bringing her along.
Well, the problem is the world's kind of overrun with demons, and if we don't keep her close, her life expectancy drops drastically.
Oh no, Delphi is it's a safe zone.
Oh, leaving her there.
Yes, we're going to.
We're gonna leave her here.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
we're going to take her to Delphi, and then leave her there, where she can, take a break from all of this craziness. I just don't.
Much.
Yeah, I don't feel good about. I really do think she's just kind of finished with all of this, which is fair. It's a lot.
Aella. As
Yes.
they say this, your eyes flutter open, smiling, stretching. It's a new day. It's a happy day. But you wake up another lovely day and realize that you're hugging someone, and then you're like, oh yeah. And you look at Razmi, who is just staring straight ahead, breathing normally. And when you look at her, she just turns her head and just looks at you, and she smiles.
Are you feeling any better?
She smiles. I feel great. Thank you.
Of course. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna hold out my hand to help her up.
She will reach up, kind of missing your hand a little bit, even though she's looking at it. And then she'll just barely miss it. And then she'll grab your hand and then just get a straight, emotionless face for a second, and then look up at you and just smile again and get to her feet.
Just know that I'm always here. You can always just send me a message.
She smiles, and then she, you start to walk a little bit, and she's like, can I tell you something?
Of course. We're besties now.
I'm sorry, what?
Besties? Best friends? Friends forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever? I just have to make you the friendship bracelet.
She just kind of stares at you. I don't really wear bracelets.
Turn it into something else. I can make a cool belt. We could do like a necklace, hairband.
Okay. I see one of those people from the other plane, from that other place. I see them when I sleep. The one with the tentacles on his face.
Oh yeah, that guy had such a weird look to him. I've never seen anything like that before.
You didn't see him there. He would float. He didn't walk. He just kind of hovered above the ground. And it was like he was always in the dark. And I would be, I'd disguise myself so they didn't know who I was there. And he would always just be floating, and he would float by.
Hey, don't think about that. Look where you are right now. Just look at the shelf and look at the floor. Look at me. You're here. You're here with me, and you're here with everyone.
He talked in your head. You don't know what it was like to just hear this voice intruding into your mind. And I saw him hurt people. It was very gruesome.
Aella's gonna grab Razmi's hands and just kind of bring them up to her face. It's
She kind of
okay.
like jerks a little bit.
Let's just go downstairs and have some breakfast. Let's just not think about that right now. Let's just focus on getting some good food.
Okay.
Come on, it'll be great. Trust me.
Okay.
Just take one deep breath and let's go.
She takes like a dramatically deep breath and like stops you for a second, gets a book off the shelf, and then takes it. It's just a random book.
And yeah, she's gonna just kind of like usher her down the stairs to meet up with everyone.
Alrighty. She's going to have an Elven dictionary. It's just it's a book full of royal definitions, and that's it.
I hate you so much.
That's fair. It is it's an item in the game.
It's a good book.
Yeah. So, Lorel, as y'all wrapping up this conversation, you will see Aella, followed by Razmi with a book in her hand. Tyr, you will see a book over the Elven dictionary.
Oh, there you guys are. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Aella's gonna like kind of wait for Razmi just to.
Razmi smiles and like, Lorel, you've worked in a political standpoint before.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to give you a little bit more information than maybe other people would have because of things, your point of view, like Lorel's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So she is particularly making sure to make eye contact with everybody and smile before answering. Mm-hmm. And you've seen people do this before in courts or something like that. So she does. She makes eye contact and smiles at everybody. And she's like, I am very well, thank you. How are y'all doing?
Good morning. If you need anything in particular in that, I'm very well versed in the Elvish language. Pointing
Are
my
you?
ears. Yep.
Might I do an insight check on
Sure.
Razmi? Okay.
What exactly do you want to learn from this?
I'm trying to learn. That's a very good question. I'm trying to figure out how to word this, I guess.
That's fair enough.
I'm trying to learn if this is like some sort of poker face that she's putting on, that she's just like not freaking okay and she's like doing her best to hide it, if this is some sort of fear response. I'm trying to figure out what her mood actually is.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. All right, so go ahead and roll your insight check. Razmi will look at you, Celtra, and kind of smile and just kind of thump the book as a prop and say, another prison escaped. Give you a thumbs up.
By the way, I really, Celtra, when you get time, I really want to talk to you about that place.
What
Sorry.
place?
You were in another extra dimensional space. That's literally works towards my research. I was really hoping to be able to speak to you about another dimension.
I mean, cool. We're probably on the road. I imagine we have time.
Oh, I was just, whenever we get some time, I just wanted to say that before I forgot about it.
All right, Lorel, what'd you get?
Oh, I got an 18.
An 18. She is putting on a face, yeah.
Can I glean, not necessarily what exact mood she's in, but like how is she actually feeling? Is she scared? Is she upset? Is she angry? Just a very baseline feeling.
With an 18, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you can see like she has a little bit of red in her eyes, like she didn't sleep. And given what's been happening recently, and some other considerations, she does seem a bit jumpy. And whenever people move quickly around her, she does move a little bit away just out of natural reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So you think it might be a fear.
Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna say anything right now. Just gonna gesture to the chairs and the tables. You guys want to sit down and eat something before we hit the road? Fill up?
Oh, absolutely. We kind of need to make some plans. We're still heading for Sparta now, right? Now that we have Celtra back?
Yes. Delphi first. I look at Razmi. I'm not going to, you know what? No, I'm not going to make this conversation without, I'm going to make this decision. I apologize. Without, consulting you. Razmi, do you just want to go back to Delphi? It's safe there.
She thinks for a little bit and she says, "Isn't that where the dragon is?"
Yes. That is where Delphine is.
Are you sure it's safe around her? I particularly remember you hating her and thinking she was evil.
Well, my opinions on her aside, she's kept up her end of the bargain. She has kept the town safe. No one seems to be in fear, direct fear anyway, of her. They're happy. They're safe. I believe that is a safe place, yes. And I believe that Delphine is safe.
Oh, she's very nice for a green dragon.
I just point to the blouse. What he said. So I do believe it is a safe place, Razmi. I do believe that you won't have to worry about anything there. Delphine is protecting the town from any sorts of trouble.
May I intervene real quick?
Of course.
That kind of sounds a little ridiculous. You're telling your friend, hey, stay in this one place where they don't have friends or family or anybody.
That's very true, but
That
it's
is
also
very
a place
true.
where you're likely not going to get blown up like we just did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, but you kind of need some sort of support of some kind. You can't just be like, hey, bye! Like, I don't know.
The only other option is to just stay in Delphi until Razmi's ready to leave. Which,
Razmi is going to put her hand on Aella's shoulder and smile at her and smile at Lorel. And then smile at Celtra. You are my friends. Lorel, I know you mean well. But if something happened to y'all and I was sitting in Delphi, I couldn't forgive myself.
If you feel comfortable coming with us, then I won't stop you. But just
Of
know
course. Go ahead.
that you don't have to be involved in the fighting if you don't want to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why, I didn't want to just make that decision without your call. That's why I'm asking if you want to
It's going
come.
to take a couple months to regrow my eyebrows.
If they regrow, fire's really dangerous.
Carrying over your insight check, Lorel, you kind of see like water in her eyes a little bit, and she says, "I will do what I need to so that no more of our friends have to die."
All right. Okay. If you want to come along, we'll of course be very happy to have you. And we're very glad that you're back, Razmi, and that you're safe, okay?
Celtra came for me. And she kind of smiles and looks at him.
And Celtra will nod. I did do that, yes.
So,
Butch starts to raise a finger, but he's going to stop himself and lower it back down.
I
before-
glare like, just don't you dare.
He's
I
gonna just
grin at him.
hands-
like,
hands up, walks out of the room. Nope, not doing this.
Don't shoot.
he
I
can
cannot-
be taught.
I'm not going to lie, but I will
Progress.
not state the truth. And he leaves.
See? We're all learning. Okay. Well, I guess if we're not going to take a pit stop in Delphi, I guess there's just on to Sparta. Also,
They probably
yeah.
are being besieged by demons.
well, besieged? Or besieged?
I beseech the demons.
Yes?
I
Are we
mean,
being
both of those are
besieged
possible.
By demons, or are we being besieged by demons? Those are two very different things.
I have yet to see.
Okay. Also, while we're here and while we're all, like, clearing the air, I don't want anyone to think, okay, what I'm about to do, please, no one think that this is going to be anything, weird. I just need to show you something. It's been on my mind for a minute, and I feel like it's very important to talk about. And I take, in the morning, I generally just kind of wear a tunic. I like to be comfortable. And then I, take it and I pull it down just to show,
Lorel's had a third nipple this whole time.
it's been on my, is this a medical condition? No. It's,
I'm not a real doctor.
it's the symbol, that's on my chest, and it's kind of smudged. And I'm like, this isn't supposed to do this.
Is that your mark for your deity?
Yes.
Mavari is gonna move closer to Lorel. May I?
Sure.
She'll like reach
Burning
out.
hands, level 5.
Good thing I don't have. Good thing I don't have that. And she's gonna like reach out and like touch the smudge. Does it feel warm? Is it like a brand that's like smeared almost?
It does not feel warm. It is like a brand / tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like Celtra's arm, except for it leans more towards tattoo. But it has somehow had a smear look to it, which is not possible with the way it's in her skin. So, however that was done on a different level.
I poke and cast remove curse.
I kind of feel bad. What level slot is that?
3.
You see no effects.
I was sure I detected some curse energy before.
Wait. What do you mean?
Well, this last time before the big frickin' war, I was relatively certain I had detected some curse energy, but that didn't work, so maybe I was
Are
wrong?
you saying that it's gone?
Oh, you're still tall, dark, and fuzzy, but I don't think that was the same curse.
Okay, you're fuzzy, but
That curse I can't cure.
So, I look between Bavari and Tyr. So I think I have a I feel like I know the cause, but what's the prognosis?
I can't detect any curse. Detect magic. Just a doctor follow up.
So last time you did this, you detected that curse in her hand, and it is no longer there.
It didn't feel like it worked. I had detected a curse on your hand right before we walked into a freaking battle zone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not detecting now. So I don't... Maybe it ran its course? I'm not the best on curse. Can I roll Arcania to get a shot?
Sure.
See what might have occurred? Okay.
Does Lorel have a thought on it?
Well, I got to look kind of embarrassed. Mavari she was about to say something, so I want to know what she wanted to say before I continue.
Well, I just wanted to know what your opinion was.
Oh,
what you seem to know what it was. I don't know why you're asking us a diagnosis. If you...
It's more like I'm in trouble. I have displeased.
You
Torm.
should elaborate a little bit, and I got a 16.
I might have broken one of my tenants
Like
on purpose.
celestial attendant?
Like one of your
That-
paladin things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. You should seek a cleric.
I don't think that's.
I know nothing about that.
I feel like something like that is between you and your god.
Meditating
Yeah.
every night, and nothing has helped. And I don't particularly know how to. I don't have any clerics of Torm here. This has never happened before. I don't have any clerics of Torm to talk to.
Do you know which tenant you broke?
The tenet of honesty.
Ooh. Huh.
I'm sorry, just Tears' reactions.
Does that have anything to do with? You know what? I feel like you're suffering enough. Does this have any effects on
Ooh.
you as a fighter?
Well, I kind of feel like, you know how generally when someone like, stands close to me, they tend to do like a little better in battle.
Yes, there's
my-
an aura.
Yes, I feel like that's not there anymore.
Ooh. I think we should find a cleric that can do an atonement, I think is the spell that I'm...
Tyr would have no frame of reference for that.
I would need to find a cleric of Torm. How could a cleric of...
Well, spells...
Are you sure it's of Torm?
Well, I don't know the tenets of the... I don't even know if Titans have tenets. Aella?
They're still deities.
Aella.
I think she passed that on her
I know.
eggs.
It's like, did she die?
No, I just have a mouthful of food.
Ah, I see. I'll let you choose.
Oh, sorry. I'm an uncivilized swine. What do you want?
Forgive us. Just when you're done chewing, do both the gods here and the Titans here hold tenets for their clerics and their paladins? Rules by which they must follow, or else they will be punished. I feel like I know the answer to that question, but it's more on the Titan side than the god side.
Well, oh.
Okay, all right. Oh,
So, Aella, if you would like to roll a history or religion check, and then I would like Aella and Lorel to roll an intelligence check along with that, and then Tyr, you said you got a 16?
Yeah, on Arcania.
So, what she's talking about has nothing to do with what you detected before. Like, you're aware a little bit of sacred oaths that people take, and then breaking them is a very harsh punishment. In the world that you're from, with Olympians, it's actually much worse. Like, she's, like, talking about her god
Yeah,
Torm.
you could end up cursed here.
I mean, she did, but so so the Olympians are actually notoriously worse than that. Like, they wouldn't smudge her chest, they wouldn't curse
turn her
her.
into Medusa.
Yeah, they would do something much worse or just straight kill her. So her god is actually pretty nice as far as that standard goes. But the curse you detected before was localized to her hand, and it was magical in nature, and was of divine magic, and had nothing to do with a religious atonement. Or a religious, what is it, tenet.
Go ahead.
I would say, okay. Aella, how did you do with your whatever you decided?
I decided on history, in which case I rolled a 14.
Okay. So there's very, very few instances where the gods give their power to somebody who is not a demigod by birth. One of the best examples you know of is actually the oracle at Delphi. So Apollo had gave her power of his own, and she was just a normal mortal woman when she was born, but she had exhibited talents for being quick-witted and intelligent, and she was very athletic. So he decided to go ahead and empower her to be his temple guard and to work through her to kind of enforce his power and show his power of music and delightfulness. So that's kind of one of the only examples you know of, but you don't know of anybody breaking a promise to an Olympian that you have heard of.
And lived.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's possible, but there would be no reason that they would still be alive. Like, they would just be dead.
I mean, there was the Oracle, but she was pretty cool. Apollo was like, hey, and I mean, well, I got her staff now, so I don't know what happened to her, but she's the only one that I could think of, off the top of my head at least.
Oh, jeez.
From what you told me of paladins, because this world doesn't frickin' have them, and much like Celtra, you've explained your classes to me to some extent. Don't you share a certain semblance with clerics?
Yes, but I'm more of the, physical
But
side.
you still hold the vestiture of power of your deity, right?
Yes. 19 on that intelligence, by the way.
Though it may or may not be blurred.
Aella, what's your intelligence check?
A 6.
Mine was
Right, makes sense. That food is delicious.
It's great.
Lorel, I want to take you back. Back to a time in which you were in Delphi. It was early morning. The sun was rising. The cobblestones which littered the ground were a backdrop for the people who were happy and chatty and eating fish caught by Blouts and Saran, the strangers who got along very quickly. And you remember Taiki braiding Aella's hair? Oh no, wait. Aella was braiding Taiki's hair, and then Taiki was braiding another citizen's hair, a child. And it was just a line of people going kind of down in size. And they were braiding each other's hair, and they were having a good time. And then you remember saying goodbye that morning, as she took your hand and made you promise to protect Aella, which you did do, and to promise to use every resource you had to help find her uncle with her. And then you remember your hand feeling this strange warmth, and like it was lotioned, like it was a really good, just clean and lotioned hand.
very moisturized.
Yeah. And that just kind of pops into your head as you're sitting here thinking, huh, that bitch put a curse on me when she was talking like that.
Could I, with my intelligence check, I just want to make sure that I'm making the right connections. He put a curse on me. But is the reason that my thing is smudge, did that have to do with the promise that I made to Aella, or did that have to do with the promise that I made to Taiki? Or is Taiki the actual cause of it? I'm trying to understand.
So it's a little complicated. The only reason it's simplified is because Taiki doesn't have that kind of power.
Okay.
So the power scheme of things is still a bit wonky. Lorel doesn't fully understand it, but from what she's heard, Titans are more powerful than Olympians, and Taiki was kind of just like a smaller, minor Olympian. So you do not think that Taiki could have any power over something a Titan did.
So she put a curse on me in some regard. Does this smudge have to do with the curse, or the smudge has to do with the promise breaking?
You don't think the smudge has to do with the curse just because you don't think Taiki could do it.
Okay. So now I have two things that I have to worry about. I look at my hand.
It's very clean.
The one that's very moisturized. Tia, are you sure that you didn't sense any kind of curse on me?
I can't detect any magic. Celtra, you want to try? Maybe I failed? You have that ability. I'm not detecting it. I even cast Remove Curse, so if it was there, it should have vanished, but...
I don't feel any different.
I will cast... Detect Magic.
I don't commonly fail at this, but hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a first time for everything.
Do my magic eyes see anything?
So you cast Detect Magic, and you don't see anything.
Except me.
Glowing. Glistening. Okay.
I would suggest you have some kind of clerical capability, correct? Can you do a ritual like a priest to talk to your deity or seek forgiveness or in strengthenment of your ties?
There is generally.
I'm sorry, I really don't know much about
Well, no, that's
the
extremely.
magic of your world.
I generally I would go to a cleric for this. I'm more of a doing. I do know that if you do break a tenant, you can atone. It's just I would have to even remember what the atonement ritual is. I've never had to do this before.
Well, my suggestion would be along those lines. I'm sorry, this is not my field.
No,
and I'm
no,
kind
it
of
doesn't.
pioneering my field as it is.
It doesn't seem to be anyone's field here, which isn't. It's not a slight against anyone. It just. Oh, Lorel.
And the clerics of this world, you might talk to the Titans, but I don't think the clerics of this world will help much.
I've never tried to speak to the Titans before. I do have a connection. Maybe on the road, that's what I'll do. I don't want to hold us up. We do have a lot of.
Oh, this is kind of important. You can take 5 minutes. Rituals are usually 10.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know. Does everybody mind if I, try to seek
Manifest your
counsel
power
or
to
what?
fight demons? This seems important.
Okay. All right. I mean, if everyone's fine with me, just taking a minute to maybe try to seek some counsel, I can do that. Again, I can do it on. If we don't feel like we have some time, I want to keep things moving along.
I definitely can lose myself in research. Anyone?
Very well then. Well then.
Do you
I
need
will.
anything?
No. No. I don't really need anything. I just need some time alone in the quiet. I will go back to my room.
Doesn't this place have a chapel?
No. I have my shrine in my room.
Say in 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be back. And I go up to my room. And I will attempt to contact. I know that I'm cut off from Torm, but I know that my Titan, who I cannot find the notes for to be able to pronounce the name, I had it spoken phonetically. Nafeel, thank you. I guess I'll write down in the notes that I have right now. Hold on, let me write that down phonetically, just real quick. There we go. I will try to connect with her. Him.
And it feels a little complicated in that area. Shit thing is everything. All breeds. Yeah, so it's all breeds of animals mixed into one. Both male, female, asexual. So you call them whatever you want because it all fits.
It all fits. Okay, alrighty. Then I will try to speak to as they are many. I will try to speak to them. Just sit and I will meditate and see if I can contact them.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Nafeel, I need your help. I don't know if this is how to contact you, but I desperately need your help, please. Can you hear me?
So everybody in the house, you have dogs that attend to you. They have humanoid bodies with dog heads, most of them. But you will see all of these dogs turn and start walking towards Lorel's room. Whether it's upstairs, coming in from outside, whatever it is. And you see that whenever they get side by side, as they're walking towards the room, they actually kind of come together to be one creature. And then after a couple of minutes of this happening, and Lorel, you're in your room, you don't know any of this, they all gather outside the door and turn into an amalgamation of all kinds of different dogs in one creature. And then they open the door and they come in, and Lorel, you see Nafil, the creature. You do not see all these dogs. You see the actual creature that is Nafil, which like light blue to white fur, very short, horse kind of face with a rhino's horn in the middle of it, with a golden mane, with like blonde white hair coming out of the side of the face, and with yellow hunter eyes, but a dog's snout, long fangs despite the horse's muzzle. They have very sharp fangs. They have a tail between their legs with 2 legs that have talons at the end, and then 2 arms. One is kind of a claw, and the other one has a spike on it. And this spike is black, and this is the spike that Olympians fear, because this is the one that can kill any creature of any divinity. But this creature kind of kneels down before you, because sitting isn't really something. Like, all-powerful Titan can't sit. But she kind of kneels, or they kneel down in front of you. And just in your mind, you hear like a comforting and silent hello.
Oh, thank goodness. Nafil, thank you for coming. Sincerely, thank you so much. I need your help. I'm in a lot of trouble. And I show her the mark that she gave me. This is bad for me. I have upset Torm. Or have I upset you? And do you know what I can do to atone for this? Do you know how I can fix this?
They kind of cock their head to the side as they look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear in your mind, "You have not upset me. You have made me proud with the carnage that you have fulfilled."
Well, sort of blush a little bit. kind of new to it, but
You are a vicious creature, and I appreciate you.
It's a new concept for me. But I need to. Do you know any way that I can fix this? I'm not completely cut off from Torm, but I'm cut off in such a way that I can't hear him. I can't really speak to him, not in like any sort of like, a truly meaningful way. I can't ask what it is that I can do to atone. I know what I've done wrong. I just need to know how to get started, I guess, for an atonement ritual. Do you know anything that might help point me in the right direction?
They just kind of sit there thinking, and they will tell you, "A long time ago, we would gift mortals with our power. We never took it back. We gave it freely because we could. I apologize, but I do not know how to help you. I gave you this in the name of your god, Torm. If you like, I can ask and try to find a way." And they kind of pause. "To get you home."
Home? Home is in what kind of home? You
"To
mean
your
my
god,
home?
Torm. Your home. Yes. However, I don't know if your friends would be okay with you leaving."
I can't. Nafil, there is no more home for me back there.
They just stare at you blankly. "Why?"
I did something very bad. I am dead. Literally. to that world and in that world, to that home and in my home. If I come back, it won't end well for me, I assure you. The only home I want to get back to, if I can be honest with you, Nafid, is Celtra's home. Because Celtra needs to get back home. I could be completely wrong in this assumption, but he's kind of the only one who has a home to go back to. So, I don't want to go back home. I can find a way to... I guess I'll just have to find a way to contact Torm without abandoning my friends.
They kind of lean on this claw that's about as big as your leg as they get closer to you and say in your head, Phoebe will know of this Celtra's home. We will try to find a way.
If you can find a way to get Celtra back home, I will be eternally grateful to you.
If you go with them, you cannot go with my gift. You will be a normal half-elf.
Yes.
You will go back to being a paladin of Torm, and you will be the glorious creature you are no more.
You know, if you would ask me that question a couple months ago, have me make that choice, that I would have gotten rid of it in a heartbeat, but it feels like so much a part of me now. But then
They kind of stand up. Decide where you want to go. I cannot help you, but we can try to send you to the Celtra's world, where you will be a normal elf creature.
It's fine. It's fine to feel. If you can do that, again, I will be eternally grateful to you. I guess as far as Torm is concerned, I'll find my own way.
I have one thing to add before I go.
Of course.
If you decide to go with the Celtra somewhere, try to remember that the Titan of Time is on our side. And
I'll
your
keep that in
world
mind.
has no effect on this one. So he would probably be more likely to oblige.
I'll keep that in mind.
They turn and they open the door, and you see as they do, as they cross the threshold into the hallway, you see the dogs are walking out and not them. Until all the dogs are walking away from the room and Nafil is there no more.
Well, that was extremely insightful. Okay. All right. Get up. Armor on. And then, get up and then start making my way down to, get ready to go.
Alright. Is there anything anybody wants to do before y'all take off?
Looks like something happened. Did it turn out okay? You obviously got a response.
Yes and no. As far as pat on my
Dee Dee happy with you again? Everything going alright?
No. Well, I didn't upset Nafil, so that's a good sign. It is Torm related. She can't do anything for me as far as that is concerned. But I do feel like
it is a different deity.
it is. Unfortunately, I can't contact him. But then she dropped a bit of a bombshell. I guess a mortar, catapult, trebuchet.
She got the trebuchet. Rolls her off the tongue.
Oh, like a Conan.
Sure. They
Celtra said something about their weapons. It was a Conan? Hit you like a Conan? Oh, did I mispronounce that? Damn it.
it's Celtra, you might be able to go back home.
Excuse me?
I would never keep anything like that from you. I know that's very important to you. You might be able to go back home.
I'm not entirely sure what to say. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, she's also said that, if I were to go with you, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't have these werewolf abilities anymore.
Well, did you want to not be a werewolf?
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I've only now started to kind of get a handle on it. But, Look, I just wanted to. She said that she was going to try to talk to. And I look at Mavari, Phoebe, and look, it's just something that there were no guarantees made. It's just something that was just that she said that she would just talk about because she was going to send me home, but I don't want to go back home. There is no home for me.
Oh, I mean, I told you guys you're welcome to stay with me in my house. So
Happy
get-
here. I
But-
just not choose to leave.
Well, yes, no. I mean, obviously, whoever wants to go can go, but I just, again, I would never keep that kind of information from you. I know that's very important, and I know it's also very important to Resmi, because that's both of your homes.
Oh, do y'all come from the same planet?
They do.
Me and Rasmi, yes.
I did not realize that. I kind of probably should have noticed that, but
I point to the tattoos.
yeah, probably should have noticed that.
So it's an option, if it's even something that they can pull.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have things to do before we decide on that.
Of course. This isn't a drop everything and then just wait for them to figure it out. This is just keep in mind that it's something that might be a decision we have to make.
I'll keep that one in the back pocket.
Indeed.
That sounds more dismissive than I meant it to.
No, it's fine. I'm actually kind of curious because I know that, I don't know if anybody else wants to go back to their own homes once all this is over.
What
I'm
about
here.
homes?
Huh?
She's wondering if you want to go back to the Feywilds? I think you
Absolutely
come from?
fucking not. Why would
I
I want to go there?
I don't think he's from the Feywilds. I think he's from someplace
Oh.
completely different, and he just got
I was
sucked into
trapped
the Feywild.
there for who knows how many years. Why would I want to go back to the Feywild?
We're not
I
going to put you
thought
back
that's
in the
where you
Feywild.
were from.
I was almost eaten so many times.
That is pretty funny. Send him back to the Feywild and be like, "You're welcome," and he's like, "No."
Towards the portal.
Don't do that. I don't want to be here.
It's running back towards the portal, screaming, "No, please!"
We did a good thing today.
Would be so tragic.
We
if
put
so-
him back in his natural habitat.
Oh, that'd be hilarious, but tragic at the same time. We would never do that to you.
We did a good deed today.
To loud screaming and crying.
Yes.
Oh, that brought a tear to my eye. That was funny.
It'd be fucking awful, but it would still be fucking funny.
No, it's just again, it's an option. Apparently, maybe it's a big maybe. It might be an option. So I guess everybody just think about it. Me, I don't want to go home. There's nothing for me back home.
Wait, we have a way to return to our actual homes?
Maybe, very big maybe, huge maybe. Capitalizations on the maybe. I
Cannot
was not-
emphasize how big the baby is.
Exactly. I was not promised anything, but Nafeel told me that she was going to speak to the other Titans and try to get Celtra home, and there's nothing that says that they can't get anybody else who wants to leave, too. It's just an assumption. I feel like I might have opened a can of worms that I shouldn't. Well,
So
they're
we
open
should
now.
probably focus on what we're doing for them so that then we're in their good graces and they can be like, "Here, now you can go home because you did this big thing for us."
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were gonna do that anyway. We kind of, are
Helping
kind of
people is
already
a good
in
thing.
this phase. We are on the road to still figuring this out.
We're not on the road yet.
Well, no, we are currently in the house, and I'm pretty sure the
We
clock
should
is ticking
probably
before-
get on the road.
Yeah, before we're all catapulted out of here. We really have stayed longer than we usually do. Just explode out like a party box. So yes, no, we will hit the road. We'll skip Delphi. And I gesture to Razmi because you are perfectly fine, or,
You sure you don't want to take a break, though? Rasmi? It's not leaving the group, it's just taking a break for some time. To be in a normal environment, not attacked by demons every 5 seconds. Or at least, well, a dragon defending it.
She smiles and she says, "If I believed y'all could go 2 hours without finding something bad, then I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, that's not possible.
Then I'll be going."
All right, good to have you. Give you a half hug.
All right.
She scares me.
That's okay. She looks like I just slapped her when I half hugged her.
Yeah, she just kind of stands like,
It's okay. Once we get on the road, hopefully
It's okay. I'm told I'm a hugger.
things will be quiet. All right. Well, then, are we ready to leave the party house before I whisk us all away?
Let me gather my notes. Give me just a second. And he runs.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
I've been ready for like an hour.
Yeah. No, sorry about the detour, but hey, we learned quite a bit. Aella, are you ready to go? You ready to head on out? Any last minute things you got to do?
She still is trying to stuff her face.
Okay, get as much in as you can, girl. There's none of this on the road.
It also
before-
disappears from your stomach when you leave. Da-dunch.
Rude.
Funny.
Okay, alrighty. Then I'm waiting for like Tyr to come running into the room.
I mean, he doesn't have to be
here
in
we
the
go.
room. We could just
Ready?
leave.
What's the? Alright, we're done.
You would
Oh,
hear
shit.
a call of screaming of "Oh damn" for a good 2 minutes.
What the fuck
Alright.
is going on with him?
He's a researcher.
Research.
Razmi draws out her dagger and starts walking towards the screen. She's like, "I told you."
That's not what. Look, my grandfather has a lot of research notes too, but he doesn't scream "Oh damn" trying to gather them.
Oh, he's
He
kind of
might
on a
be
time.
under
limit.
Thank you. About 2 minutes later. Thank you. I've been kind of notey lately. Ready?
All right, let's go. And we step out of the party house
Into the light.
into Greece.
When we pop out of the rod and stuff, of course, I'll take it back from Lorel. But I'm looking at our cart situation, and I look over towards the fact that we were also pulling Teddy. Celtra,
Yeah.
I know you have an attachment to the animatronic, the bear,
Ooh.
but
Uh-huh.
Big word. Big word.
I don't
Don't
think it's
patronize.
practical
Sorry.
to tote it around with us.
So you want me to just leave it? I could probably find another way to fix it.
How about instead we drop it off at Delphi, at that forge place that we were shown, that you and Karis apparently made?
That's kind of what I was gonna do, but I mean, if you think we should just leave it behind,
Well, we don't want to leave it behind.
If we were going to Delphi first, and then, well, if we're gonna go to Delphi and drop it off, and make our travels easier, then I'm all for it. But if we're just skipping Delphi, and just going on our way, it slows us down. And being slow in a world full of monstrous creatures that want to kill us is not the best idea.
T-
I
Celtra.
understand the attachment and everything, but we have to think about this logically sometimes.
I think it's also a sense of practicality. I mean, the cart is a large boon for us. It
I think
really
she
does.
just means the bear part.
Yeah.
But
It's
Because we're
heavy.
pulling the cart with a horse. We have a horse for the cart. We
Yeah,
just
that's
don't
true.
have a. We're toting extra weight. So we have a horse for the cart part. It's just Teddy.
Can we put it in the bag he keeps everything in?
God, no.
I think
so
it's
I
weight.
will open the bag to its maximum, like, diameter, and then kind of, like, put it next to Teddy's head. There's
I will
no
say-
way this is going in here.
So, from a mechanical standpoint of the game, Mavari is 300% correct that this thing is going to slow you way down, and Celtra and Tyr have no hope of fixing it at the moment or foreseeable future with what you have. So you'd be toting it around for who knows when to fix it, who knows how. I'm gonna side with Mabari. Not Becca, just Mabari.
Celtra, you said that Teddy runs on a battery.
Yes.
How feasible would it be for you to make a new one?
It would take me some time, which is
If we go back to Delphi, how feasible and how fast do you think you could make Teddy a new battery mechanism by which,
It moves.
yes.
I mean, Celtra will look at the electric rod and then pull out the fire rod. It's kind of like, it would take me a while, because I'd have to convert it from electricity to a combustion engine, and that's... Look, we just have to drop it off. That's fine. I'm fine with dropping it off or leaving it. I just think it would be more practical to drop it off first, so that way I don't have to make a whole new one from scratch.
No. Okay, very well. Then let's drop off Teddy. We'll resupply, and then we will head straight to Sparta.
That's a good idea.
I don't feel good about leaving Teddy, but we can drop him off at Delphi.
If we're trying to be practical, I
Hopefully
do agree with Ari that dragging it all the way to Sparta with us is dumb. However, if we're also trying to be practical and I want to fix the cart later, it would be better to have something to work with than trying to build a whole new one from scratch.
All right.
Aella's gonna raise her hand.
Yes, Aella?
Just a shot in the dark here, but what if I send a message? We could leave Teddy here, and I could see if someone can pick him up?
I don't know about you, but the idea of this party sending a message through the Olympian messaging chain to try to get somebody to pick up this cart is pretty hilarious. I really hope they actually do it, and I guess we will find out together next week.